This young man had a problem where he has diabetes, he stepped on a nail and he got a very serious infection. And he got an ulcer on the bottom of his foot, and it was down here underneath his second metatarsal, and then it got an infection and it dissected up here and it went all the way across his foot and then up through his foot, and there was a hole all the way through the foot when we first cleaned this out. It was badly infected. And he's been on this thing called a wound vac, which is a negative pressure wound therapy machine, for about 5 weeks, and he's improved a lot in those 5 weeks. And here in the next couple of weeks, we hope to get him back to work and on with his life. This just shows a lot of different principles of taking care of a diabetic foot, and I'll talk to you a little bit about those. The first one is, this probably could have been prevented with appropriate preventative measures, like a good insole or a custom-made device inside the shoe to take pressure off these areas. Once he did get an ulcer, then that could have been treated with offloading, maybe a total contact cast. By some misfortune, he ended up getting a really bad infection, and so now we're kind of stuck dealing with a lot of tissue loss, and he's doing pretty good with that. And once we get him back up on his feet, there are some things we can do to sort of prevent this from ever happening again. So what we're going to apply now is collagen, and what collagen is the building block. It's sort of like a scaffold for tissue to grow into, and that's one of the reasons we've been able to get this patient to heal so rapidly. He had a lot of tissue loss with a big defect, and he's all filled in now because we've been using this collagen material. And collagen is, it's just a white powdery substance, and just put it on the wound. You put it about a quarter thickness. We're going to put this sponge on. Now what this sponge does, this sponge is it's an open cell foam, which means it all communicates with itself. Let's say you were to put one half of the sponge in the water and suck on it, the water would come all the way up through the sponge if it was all sealed. That's what open cell foam means. It means that it's open all the way down. So this is open cell foam, and that's kind of how it works. So now you can see the sponge, it's all nice and puffy, it's not squeezed down at all. We cut a hole in this sealer that we've wrapped around his foot. Attach the part that goes to the suction canister. Plug that in. So what this thing does is it maintains a pressure of negative 125 millimeters of mercury continuously, or you can set it up for alternating pressure. But basically, the principle of it is it increases circulation in the area of the wound by about anywhere from 25 to 40%, depending on the study that you read. And so what this does is it dramatically increases the rate of healing that occurs inside this foot. So this thing cuts the healing time probably, with a wound like the one that you had, it would have taken 2 or 3 months to heal, and this has been about a month. So with collagen and the wound vac, we've really dramatically decreased his healing time so he can get back to work and normal lifestyle. We'll see you soon, maybe about 4